Hey, in WWE, things move really fast. If you aren't present in the moment, it can feel like a year goes by in only 2 or 3 minutes. That's why you always have to make time to make sure that you check. Hold on. Did I just hear myself say 3 minutes? Stop. Can you believe I'm actually doing Eric Bischoff's shtick? In the early 2000s, few words sent a shudder through the roster like the words 3 minutes, summoning the fearsome duo of Rosey and Jamal, collectively known as the 3-minute warning. Initially hired by the aforementioned Raw general manager Eric Bischoff to interrupt anything he didn't find to be entertaining.
You're just not entertaining me.
3 minutes are just about up.
The two instantly made their mark in WWE with their complete and total decimation of anyone that was targeted. Their formula was really simple. 2 bruisers with surprising quickness who took pleasure in throwing opponents all around the ring with reckless abandon. And the trail of bodies left in their wake remains a testament to their devastation. Rosey, older brother of your tribal chief Roman Reigns, and Jamal, who would in time develop his skills further and take the name of Umaga, were about instant gratification. They treated matches like a race, seeing how much damage they could fit into the shortest time possible.
The 3-minute warning with my brother and my cousin, it was just one of the coolest gimmicks of all time to me. It was catchy, you know what I mean? Like, you kind of knew what was happening. And I feel like we all remember when the 3-minute warning hit for the first time. You know, the whole Den TV area just lit up.
Every match was a train wreck, as the two would use their size to overwhelm most opponents, coupling that with incredible tag team maneuvers to increase the carnage to its maximum levels. That approach, maximizing damage while minimizing time, was a 3-minute warning signature. The team itself saw its run in WWE last for a little over a year, but in that time managed to make such an impression with the WWE Universe that it still resonates today. They are proof of the impact anyone can make if they capitalize on their opportunities, as 3-minute warning did every single time.
It was a short-lived gimmick, but it was a really cool gimmick, and I just think it shows the versatility of, hey, if you need us to go out there and tell you a Broadway story, I'll cover 2 hours if you like. But if you need us to come out in 3 minutes to make an impact, we can do that too. But you gotta be really good to be thrown in there with the very, very best in the industry. I'm getting all pumped and proud, you know, for my brother and my cousin right now, just thinking about it.
Here in the WWE 2K25 showcase, we have selected another team that embodies the same mindset in Akam and Rezar, the AOP. Similar to Jamal and Rosey, these two look to inflict the most pain in the most efficient manner. Like 3-minute warning, AOP happily dispatches when summoned. Like 3-minute warning, AOP features 2 Goliaths who will hurl your body from pillar to post before finally bringing it all to a most painful conclusion. It's up to you in this Extreme Rules contest to beat the AOP to the punch and showcase the Wrecking Crew approach that made 3-minute warning the premier bruiser squad in all of WWE. And don't worry, we will give you more than 3 minutes to make that fact perfectly clear. As a matter of fact, take your time and enjoy dishing out the punishment.
As always, we thank Paul Heyman for introducing the 3-minute warning, or whoever it happens to be with the Samoan family, so I don't have to.
AOP
And these guys, on the other hand, he covered but didn't really talk too much about. So now, my turn. Authors of Pain, AOP, obviously a tag team managed by Paul Ellering, and at the time this game was out, at the time this game was coming out, they were in the company prior to, before the game had come out. They had been released from the company in February, and the game came out in, I think, March. So why they were released, I'm not gonna pretend. I mean, you look into WWE, they're gonna say budget cuts, but they say that for everyone realistically. But that's really any company, I think. Oh, budget gated, they got budget cuts. Okay, yeah, it's just kind of one of those. They didn't share the exact reason, but they just, anywho, they just blame the budget and we move on. For the most part. But covering the Authors of Pain really quick, this was their second tenure in WWE. The first one, they were in NXT for a long while, got pulled up to the main roster. Then I guess Vince wanted a younger manager for him, so they dropped Paul Ellering, picked up Drake Maverick, who's better known as Rockstar Spud. So picked him up and then eventually dropped him and were put with Seth Rollins when he was the Monday Night Messiah before getting canned the first time. While on hiatus from WWE, the two attempted to start their own wrestling promotion, the Wrestling Entertainment Series, and it got very shady very fast. From what I saw in researching for this video, they put up a show. Well, they didn't put up a show, they had attempted to make a show and eventually were trying to get everything done. So they were promoting the show, booked an event in June, delayed till July, and then eventually canceled it due to a bunch of their talent not appearing. But then they were quickly criticized 3 days later by other wrestlers who were booked for the card. So it's definitely one of those shady business practices are being practiced by a shady business. So, and then their second tenure, which ended before the game came out, they were basically more or less lackeys for Karrion Kross, and that's it really. They won the NXT Tag Championship and the Raw Tag Team Championship for a while, but the Raw Tag Team Championship, I think, that was more or less second fiddle to the Dean Ambrose heel turn that happened the week prior, basically. But that's basically them in a nutshell. They really didn't do a whole heck of a lot in WWE. Yeah. Won the developmental tag belts, the Raw tag belts, and they won the Dusty Cup in 2016, but not much really came on them, which is kind of weird. You would think these two bigger dudes whose build heights are 6'2" and 6'4", and pure muscle, Akam's 290, Rezar's 330 of just muscle, you'd think they'd have a successful career in professional wrestling, but I don't know their personal lives, and that could be what got them in more trouble than anything else. But then you also got the 3-minute warning enforcers for Bischoff, who just beat the crap out of the people who he didn't like. Definitely more of a quote-unquote fun tag team where yeah, they just run around, beat everyone up, have a little bit of fun doing it, and move on. But no, like, and kind of like I mentioned last week, Jamal, after this tag team ended up, he would end up leaving WWE, going to All Japan, having a decent little career there before coming back as Umaga and tearing it up. Rosey, on the other hand, would be following Jamal's release. He started teaming with the Hurricane, and they would be literally known as the Hurricane and Rosey, where that's what they did. After that, they won the tag titles, him and the Hurricane, but eventually he dipped. He dipped, followed his brother, went to All Japan, had a stint there, and then after 2006, just stopped working like major promotions, and just stuck with the independent scene. But then again, like, he stuck with the independent scene and basically was becoming Father of the Year, coaching the little leagues and soccer camps and all that stuff. So, I mean, I can't fault the man. He did what I think anyone would want to do. He was like, you know what, I'm going to stop and I'm going to be there for my family, which I can respect that. And, well, wasn't exactly 3 minutes. We got it done in maybe about 10. Well, yeah, but that's what it was. Not a whole heck of a lot to cover about these guys, because like Jamal, they kind of covered this week and last week. Rosey, a little bit, but yeah, Rosey kind of touched up on by Roman and all them. His brother, and unfortunately did pass away. So yeah, rest in peace Rosey, rest in peace Jamal, rest in peace Sabu, who passed away within the past week. And I'll catch y'all Sunday for Sonic. Later.